I would break out those three things to say the first thing that we should do as an organization and that we do here is culture and values, right? You need to have a really clear value system in place. It needs to be inclusive, and all leaders need to be evaluated, trained, and held accountable for their behavior against those values, right? People leave a manager, they don't lead a company. If you educate and empower your leaders to be inclusive leaders, you're going to go a long way to solving that problem. The second thing is obviously investing in learning and development, which at our company, obviously, we do a lot of being a learning organization. But I think it's important that you approach this from two angles. Leaders should understand gaps in the organization from an organization perspective, but they should also be understanding what team members or employees are looking for. And again, clearly from the data we learned here, generative AI is one of the big things people are asking for, that an immediate skills assessment, right, may not necessarily identify that gap. And then it's really important to put those two things together and curate learning journeys that are meaningful to people, right? It can't just be, here's a whole load of training, go take it. It's got to be, here's a gap we identified, here's what you're asking for, here's some trainings we've put together that we'd like you to take to help you get to where you need to go. And then I think the third thing I wanted to hit on was, compensation was brought up. And I think for women especially, being part of an organization that openly drives equitable and transparent decision making when it comes to any HR or company program is really, really important. This includes, pay decisions, equity decisions, performance management process, any internal movements, promotions, right? Any program that's being run internally, I think people need to understand and feel like there's a lens of equity being looked at it. I think nothing is more frustrating for females than feeling like, right or wrong, different individuals are being promoted or paid more, right, because of their gender versus the work being done.